Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to the next episode of my C# training tutorial. This is Mortaza and I welcome you all to my channel, A Coder's Journey. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do and share this video with your friends. In the last episode, we kind of talked about the different parts of our project. We talked about dependencies, this program.cs. We kind of wrote two very simple pieces of string in the output, and we ran our project a couple of times. In this video, I'm going to talk about this part, which is a comment section. Comments are used to add more information to your code. They are not going to get run by the compiler. So comments are used mostly for humans, You can add comments to your code in order to put in more information to make your code more readable for yourself in the future or for other developers. So there are different ways to add a comment, to add a piece of comment to your code. One of them is like this, creating a single line comment. By using double slashes, you can add a piece of comment to your code. For example, suppose I have a complicated piece of code which I will probably forget about in the future, or I want to add more information for my colleague. So in order to do that, I can put double slashes and then I will write down a piece of note, for example, for my colleague so that he or she can, take advantage of and kind of understand what this code is all about. So I'm going to write down this code is going to write two messages in the output. This is a single line comment. Another benefits of using comments is to disable a piece of code temporarily so that you can verify the output, or when you want to debug your application, using single line comments or multi-line comments are very useful because you can use them to kind of disable a piece of code so that that code does not execute, and then you can check the output. For example, suppose for any reason I want to disable this piece of code and I want to verify how the program will behave if I disable this piece of code. I can put double slashes at the front of my code, or I can use this button which says comment out the selected lines, like this. There is also a keyboard shortcut, Control E and C, that I can use in order to comment out this piece of code. For example, if I comment out this piece of code and if I run my project with a debugger, this piece of code will not execute and only console.writeLine welcome to C# will execute. So another way to add comments to your code is to use multi-line comments. For example, suppose I have 10 lines of code, right? Like this. So if I want to comment out all of them, I can start adding double, slashes at the front one by one, which is a very tedious thing to do. I can select all of them and then use this button, which is much more, helpful. Or I can use multi-line comments. How? At the front of the first line, I'm going to put slash and asterisk, and then at the end of my last line I'm going to put asterisk and star. This makes this block of code, these lines of code, into a comment, and from here I can write my code and continue working with my application. no comments from here. And then, by the way, do not forget, every single statement in your C# program will end with a semicolon. This is very important. Now I run my application, and these lines of code will not, of course, get executed. Only the last part, console write line, will execute. So you can use comments to kind of disable a piece of code or to add more information both for yourself and for your peers. I'm going to get rid of these lines of code, and that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And in the next video, we're going to continue talking about C#. I hope you've liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos.